A cop has been charged with child abuse material offences in Sydney, Australia. Now, I heard this headline on the news, but the news completely neglected to point out the fact that the cop that was charged and suspended without pay happens to be a Muslim man. So that would have made a huge difference. But you see, the mainstream media, they won't actually tell the truth because when it comes down to who this person is, it makes a very big difference, especially the kind of religion that that person espouses or ascribes to. Now, am I saying this is all Muslims? No, I am not saying that at all. And I also know that even some Christian pastors have been guilty of child abuse material in the past or even child offenses. It is disgusting. There are lots of people in different sort of religions that get charged for it. But what I am saying is that the religion of Islam teaches that it's okay to have this kind of material. And this kind of practice goes on in other cultures and other countries that are overwhelmingly Muslim. In like case in point, you have the UK and the Pakistani grooming gangs. Hello, that was a massive deal. It's only particularly seemingly leaning towards one massive side or one massive culture, and that is Islam, because Islam teaches that it's okay to young kids and marry them young and then them, because they seem to think that if a child is starting to get her period, it's meaning that child is now an adult and can consent and can have course with an adult. How gross is that, right? But anyway, this story was doing the rounds, but of course the mainstream media failed to say that it was a Muslim cop because they're like, oh, we don't want to paint the Muslim community out to be like they're bad. We're going to leave that detail out. But of course, we don't hate the mainstream media nearly enough, do we? We should actually know the truth because it makes a huge difference. Now, if this had been a Christian cop, guaranteed they would have put in the headline, Christian cop charged with child material, because they want to make Christians out to be like they're scum of the earth. But because it's Muslim, we're going to protect them. Oh, by the way, the UK, thankfully, of all places, right, got rid of the Islamophobia nonsense, the Islamophobia rule or law, I believe it is. Basil the Great, I saw over on X, posted it, which is a good thing. We shouldn't be having this nonsensical term because, hey, guess what? Islam is not a what? Not a culture. It's a religion. It's a death cult. Islamophobia is nonsense. I saw Mehdi Hassan post about how everyone's Islamophobia is running rife. The hell's Islamophobia? Like, you know, the thing is, everyone's got all these phobias they want to throw out there. Like, you know, the big thing was transphobia. That's all I would hear, even though you're telling the truth. And Islamophobia? What about Christian phobia? What about all these other phobias that you want to throw out there? But, oh, no, guys. Islamophobia has to be at the forefront because apparently we can't have a perfectly rational fear towards a religion that doesn't want me to exist, a death cult that doesn't want me to exist. How about that? Yeah, and like I was saying in yesterday's video, when it comes down to Muslims, I'm not saying that all of them are bad. I'm saying that Islam is bad. Big difference there. And when you decide to take something literally and follow it literally, you end up with what? Problems. Anyway, let's have a look at this story, shall we? A Muslim New South Wales police officer has been charged with online child material offences after being arrested in Sydney. Aslim, you guessed it, Mohammed Khan. Why? Why do they love naming their kid Mohammed? I think Mohammed was like the most used name in the UK at some point, which is crazy to me. 39 was arrested and taken to hospital for assessment after police searched a home in Sydney, in the city's southwest, on Friday and seized electronic devices. He was then released from hospital and taken to Campbelltown Police Station, where he was charged with 3 counts of using a carriage of service to make available child material. The male senior constable, who is attached to a command in the Southwest Metropolitan Region, was refused bail to appear in Parramatta Local Court on Saturday and will face the same court on Sunday. The devices will be forensically examined, and Khan was suspended without pay and his employment status under review. Do you reckon that they're going to allow him to keep his job after this? That would be sending a massive signal, wouldn't it? If they allow this guy to keep his job after being convicted of child abuse material, having it in your possession and then allegedly distributing it. Police said the search warrant was issued after officers attached to the Professional Standards Command commenced an investigation into the alleged dissemination of online child material under Strikeforce Harmonic earlier this month. Khan is a second New South Wales police officer charged with child abuse material offences this month. This month alone, and guess what? It happened to be a Muslim man. Now, do you really think this comes down to a more psychological personal preference, a sickness that they've chosen to act on? Or is this more to do with a religious connotation? Because do you really think that the Pakistani grooming gang, the Pakistani grooming gang scandal, which was still is a huge ordeal over in the UK, which is pretty much the most horrible thing that has happened in the UK, and nothing has been done about it. I mean, there's so many people that were contributing to the grooming gang scandal and they're getting away with it, as it would seem. So do you think, let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this. Do you think it's more a case of a psychological personal sickness that goes on, or is it to do with one's religion? Because I know for a fact in Christianity, we talk about how this is actually a evil. Like the Bible says, suffer. If you touch the child if you touch a child, it's better for you to be hang yourself at the bottom of I'm butchering it majorly here, but it'd be better to hang yourself at the bottom of a river or the bottom of the ocean with a millstone, right? Man, that took way too long. You can clearly see that I have not slept last night, guys. I apologize in advance about that. That was bad. Oh, my goodness. And you know why that is? It's because God knows and sees everything. So if you were to put yourself in the deepest, darkest possible position at the bottom of the ocean, it's going to be a lot harder for God to find you. I think that's what the verse is also talking about. And it's better for you to do that yourself rather than God having to find you. I mean, that's a pretty significant punishment. Don't get me wrong. But that's what the Bible talks about. If you harm or you touch a child, you get rid of their innocence. But these Pakistanis and the Muslim types, their religion teaches it. Like you can openly grape a young child. It's crazy. It's not just crazy. It's sick. It's twisted. It's wrong. So I think our society needs Jesus big time. We need Jesus, and we need a healthy society. Like I'm looking around and like wondering what the heck is happening to our society. Why can't people just be good people? Why have they got to always seemingly go down this seemingly dark and twisted path? I mean, at the end of the day, it is their choice, and God gave us free will, but doesn't make it right. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all next video.